We'll just take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. And exhale, release. Just let the shoulders soften towards the earth. And let the breath settle in the body. And just thinking about letting go of anything that happened before you arrived. Anything that is to come. Drawing your awareness into this space, into this moment. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. And just become aware of the rise and fall of your heart center with each breath. This week we are finishing up our practices of releasing past hurts. This is bringing the practice of grief yoga into our yin practice this week as we venture through the weeks of heart-centered awakening. So this week we are becoming aware of anything that may be held in our body, in our heart space specifically, and setting the intention to release this. If it is shame or a situation, anger, guilt, sadness, anything that's weighing on your heart, it's been difficult for you to let go. Through the practice of grief yoga, we use sound, breath, and movement to help us move these emotions out of the body and work through them as we find that sacred space on our mat and time to release and process so that we can move forward. We'll begin with just a gentle awareness practice. Think about scanning through the body from the crown of the head to the soles of your feet. Just a gentle awareness of the physical and energetic body. And just noticing anywhere that feels tense or tight or constricted. Without judgment, practicing compassion, just noting where these areas are as a place to come back to throughout your practice. And take a moment to come back to the heart center and just set an intention for your practice today. Thinking about what it is you want to release or how you want to move through your practice. Just setting that intention in the heart. Grief yoga is an opportunity to release anything that's come up for you without an expectation, without judgment. Throughout your practice today, see if you can draw on this awareness of the body, learning to listen within and find union of the mind and body. Tuning into our intuition, just draw your awareness to the space between your brows and just give it a little tap maybe with your finger, just awakening that space, the intention to turn on your body's intuition, and to listen. When you're ready, you can come into a seated position facing the front of the room. We'll begin with a practice of expression using sound and movement to release and tension in the body. So we'll bring our hands to fists, knuckles to knuckles, and place them just below the rib cage on your solar plexus. We'll just breathe here and feel into the space of the belly. Feel if there's any tension that we're holding here, any tightness. As we breathe here, on the inhale, letting the breath fill the belly. And on the exhale, we'll press into our belly with our fists and release. Inhaling, filling the belly. Exhale, release and sigh it out. Create some sound with the voice, with the breath. Releasing any tension here. Any of our emotions that are stuck in this space, just inviting them to release. One more time. Release the hands to the knees. Just take a deep breath in and exhale. Notice if there is even 1% less tension in your belly. You're able to let go just a little bit. We'll begin with just some neck stretches. So drawing the chin towards the chest, drawing the shoulders back, and rolling the right ear over to the right shoulder, and back through center, left ear to the left shoulder. Exhale, back through center. Inhale, right ear to the right shoulder. Begin to connect the breath with the movement here. And just move through these at your own pace, nice and slow. Just kind of feeling into the neck. There's any tension here. Any sticky spots, feel free to pause and just breathe into that space, inviting it to release. Maybe taking the circle all the way around if that feels comfortable to you. Maybe shrugging the shoulders up, rolling them back. Just releasing anything that's weighing heavy that you've been carrying around. Responsibilities, stress, worries. Just let them roll off your shoulders. Release some of that tension there. When you carry around a lot of shame or anger or sadness, we can tend to hunch over and feel kind of defeated. So allow the breath to help you let go here, to release that backpack of whatever you've been holding on to. Bring the legs out long to the knee. And draw the left foot in towards the right thigh. And we'll move our blanket or our bolster over here next to our right leg. When we inhale, we'll circle, sweep the arm up. And come to rest on the bolster on the right side, just opening up the left side body. Reaching through to this dragonfly or half dragonfly posture. Sinking the left hip down. And just breathing into that space. And we can bring the arm down. Bring one of our blocks to the top of our thigh, or two blocks, whatever you like. And just rest our forehead, letting the spine round, resting over the right side. Release the blocks. And slowly rock the hands back, bringing the head up once. We'll move into the opposite side, so extending the left leg and bringing the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Moving our bolster over to the side, finding some length in our spine as we recenter. And then inhale, circle, sweeping that right arm up as we come into half dragonfly on the opposite side. Sinking the right hip down. Checking with your shoulders. Leaning forward, maybe rolling that right shoulder back. Just reaching through the fingertips and breathing into the right side body all the way down to the hip.
ready, turning towards that left leg and stacking your blocks, rounding the spine and resting the forehead. Really sinking the right hip down towards the earth and just breathing into that space. Release the hips. Slowly walking the hands back. Underneath. Move our props to the side. We'll come into tabletop, so you can use your blanket for your knees if you would like. A little cushion. Knees stacked under the hips, wrists stacked under the shoulders. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, find a neutral spine. Pressing into the earth with the hands, creating a little bit of space in the shoulders. Then on the inhale, drop the belly, gaze comes forward, tailbone rises. Exhale, round the spine and tuck the tailbone. Gaze comes towards the navel. Inhale, drop the belly into cow. Gaze comes forward, heart center opens. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Just move through these cat-cows at your own pace, taking time to tune into that awareness of the body. If there were any areas at the beginning of the practice when you did your scan, any places in the body that were feeling kind of tense, use this time here of moving through these postures, taking time to maybe spend more time in the hips or in the shoulders. Just creating space in our body. As we exhale, setting the intention to release, to let go. center. Bring the big toes together and bring the knees towards the edges of the mat. Walk the hands back and send the hips back towards the heels. Then walk the hands out and bring the heart center to the earth or to your bolster. Just breathing here, sinking the hips down to the earth. Each exhale, grounding into this moment, connecting with the earth below. Drawing our awareness to our heart center. If our heart center is a little tender, just sending anything weighing on our heart into the earth and asking for nourishment and life, earth energies to fill the heart space on each inhale. The gaze comes towards the fingers. We'll walk the hands back. Pull the head up last. We'll just pause here at the top for a moment. Taking a couple of breaths and reconnecting with your intention for your practice today. We'll come down to our bellies into Sphinx pose. So bringing the belly to the mat, legs come out long, elbows stack under the shoulders. You can also walk the arms out to the edges of the mat, widening the elbows. This will decrease the back bend. So if this feels too intense, feel free to make any adjustments. We're pressing in to the earth with our forearms. Shoulder blades draw together and the heart center opens towards the front of the room. gaze between the hands, or you can let the head hang heavy here if you'd like. Just breathing into the belly, connected with the earth, just drawing nourishment here. If you had any tension left in your belly after the cannon breath practice, just think about allowing it to soften into the earth here. Exhale, release, bringing the forearms to the top of the mat and just resting your forehead. We'll come into a variation of thread the needle from Sphinx. Bring the left hand out, pressing into the earth, and we'll feed the right arm through, coming to rest on the right shoulder. You can place a block at the top of your mat if you'd like to support your head a little. Just allowing that right shoulder to open and release. Breathing into the space that's being created. Draw the left hand under the left shoulder, pressing into the earth and unwinding, coming back through center before switching to the other side. Right hand to the mat, pressing in and creating that space to send the left arm through, resting the left shoulder, using the block to support if you'd like. Each exhale, inviting release, inviting the left shoulder to soften towards the earth just a little more. Draw the right hand under the right shoulder, unwinding, pausing through center. Draw the hands under the shoulders, pressing back and just taking a brief child's pose here, bringing the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat, sending the hips back, and just breathing here for about 3 breaths, 3 intentional breaths. walk the hands back. We'll come into supported fish. So bring one of your blocks to the middle of the mat, about where your shoulder blades would be, and another one at the top. You can also use a bolster instead of blocks if you'd like. And I like to just have my knees bent and walk my hands back for support. Let that bolster, the block, come between the shoulder blades and your head resting on the one above. You can leave the knees bent here, bring them out long, bring the legs out long, bring the soles of the feet together, and let the knees fall open. However you'd like to be here. Bring the arms out to a T. Just thinking about opening the heart space and the throat chakra. This is our connection to expressing our feelings, our emotions. So as we breathe here into the heart space, into the throat, just thinking about clearly expressing our true feelings, true emotions, just letting them flow freely. Bring the arms to the sides, and whatever way is intuitive to you, gently coming out of the side, across the side, coming all the way back down to the mat. Just drawing the knees in towards the chest, grabbing on wherever you can. And just giving them a little squeeze, a little rock side to side. And dropping the feet back down to the mat. Find one of your blocks and we'll press into the earth with the soles of our feet and place the block on our sacrum or under our sacrum on the largest side of the block for supported bridge. So we're pressing into the earth with the soles of our feet, lifting the hips, and then placing that block under our sacrum. Not on the lower back, but just below, and then allowing the hips to rest here. Any tension held in the hips, any of our past emotions that we haven't been able to release, that might be stuck here at the base of our spine, especially feelings of instability or lack of safety. Just breathing here and asking that to release. Letting our shoulders take the weight and just rest here on the earth. Press through the feet, lifting the hips, releasing the block, bringing the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. You can let the knees fall towards the earth or place the blocks under your thighs, near your hips, and find some support there. Hands can rest on the rib cage or at your sides. Just breathing into the hips, facilitating the release down through the legs and soles of the feet. Maybe checking back in with your intention one last time as we come to a close for the practice. And if you've lost it, that's okay. Just draw it back into your awareness, tuning into the heart center. You can stay here if you'd like, or release the blocks and come into some variation of Shavasana. Bringing the legs out long or knees bent, arms at your sides, and just taking up some space on the mat. Taking a deep inhale, cleansing breath in through the nose. And exhale, final release. Begin to let go of the practice. Let go of anything that did or didn't happen today. Just allowing your body to rest here. And if you feel called to, maybe doing another scan from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And just noticing if you feel any differences from when you started your practice. And wiggle the fingers and toes. Bring some awareness back into the body. Whenever you're ready, just making your way to a seated position. Maybe rolling to one side first or taking a big stretch. Taking hands to the heart space. Just giving yourself a moment of gratitude and acknowledgement for showing up, creating a space for yourself. A space to draw awareness deeper within, to connect, to express, surrender, and evolve. It is my greatest wish that you carry the benefit of this practice with you throughout the rest of your day, your weekend, and beyond. So, may you align with your favorite